What is going on YouTube? It's FlopFish here, and welcome to the Carolina Hurricanes GM Series, episode number 16. Today we have a bit of an awkward situation because, well, if you look at the date, we're in February, we're not at the trade deadline, which is where we left off, and it kind of, I forgot to save it, and it didn't autosave properly, so we're out here. So I'm just gonna post this at the start of the video to keep you guys kind of updated and let you know what's happening. I'm gonna try to make most of the same trades. We'll see. Hopefully everything can work out back to where it was, but no guarantees there. I will just make sure I keep you guys up to date, and I'll make sure the trade deadline's a really quick edit this time. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna start simming up to the trade deadline just to get that not a transparency there, like the whole equality shenanigans there, and start making those trades. So I will catch you guys there. Welcome back, guys. So the first trade has been made. I actually changed it up a little bit. I got Josh Morrissey in and Ben Chariot because it actually fits my defensive scheme a little bit better. In exchange for Keegan Lowe, so he's gone. So pretty much him and Morrissey switch, and then Nevo, who's a prospect. So we free up a bit of a contract space there, and Chariot's got a good, so he'll be fine being a 7th defenseman, which is what I like. And we'll bring Morrissey in, so we'll have to go to roster moves, and we'll have to edit things out here. But I think Morrissey's gonna be in the system, so we'll have to call him up. And I've been thinking about it, and just like, you know what, I'm probably gonna keep things a little bit different for now. Yeah, Morrissey's still really good overall. I'm going to keep things a little bit different from defensively because I think what I did is I acquired too many defensemen too quickly, and it just kind of, you know, left me in an awkward situation. But now, like, I think we would have been bad chemistry-wise, so I'm going to try to minimize my moves as much as possible because we do have a solid team, and depth-wise we're okay. I think we're okay because we only have 2 players scratched, so we can get one more player up, but it might be good just to call up Pugliarvi or someone pretty quickly. Same with Palmu, actually. Both of them would be pretty good to call up right now. So, and Tolchinski too. Tolchinski would be pretty good. But yeah, I think right now the team's in a bit of a better spot from where it was when I was doing all the trades and stuff. The other player that I was thinking about getting rid of was Malone, and I know a player that I would like is Nystrom. Nystrom would probably be fine in that 4th line role, so it'd be pretty much just swapping 4th liners, which isn't bad. I mean, we could either go after Peugeot and create a more offensive role right here. He's unhappy, so he might actually be pretty easy to get. But same with Nystrom, like, both of them are probably going to get me good value. Like Peugeot would be more of a scoring forward, whereas Nystrom would be, you know, more of a defensive forward. I hate how you can't right stick on them. You can't click on them and view their stuff in there, because Peugeot's probably just played he hasn't played in the NHL this year, so huge question mark. Nystrom, on the other hand, you know what, Nystrom's got decent stuff. How many games has he played? Got 7 points in 39 games. That's fair. Got a really low shooting percentage. Not that you can really expect much more, but you know, Peugeot's got room to grow a little bit too, so maybe some playoff experience would up his trade value. Let's look at their contracts because I don't want someone for too long. So they're both pretty good. Peugeot's a 1 year, so we can kind of just see what he does. In exchange for Peugeot, we could just give up like Malone. It's a fairly even trade. We'll see if they're interested in it. And no, they're not interested in it. So I could probably get Nystrom here, and that would be, to me, that's an upgrade. Malone's kind of at his end here. He's 28, he's a 79 overall. Nystrom's 35, and he's an 81 overall. So we're upping in salary, but overall, no, they're actually not interested in that trade. Wow, I'm kind of shocked by that. I thought they would have been. I'm not trading Chariot. Malone's not happy though, so I'm going to try to trade him. I was going to trade Hurdle, but I kept on thinking about it more and more, and it really doesn't make sense for me to trade Hurdle right now. The reason why it doesn't make sense for me to trade him is because we do need that top 6 scorer, and the depth is really going to come in handy come playoff time. So we'll hold off on trading him. I like the team. The team's been producing. So we have 2 less wins and 2 more losses than the last time. That trade's not going to work. So really, there's not many. I guess other than Malone, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Malone. So because he's just not going to be happy in his role. Because he wants to be playing what? He wants to be a 4th liner. Yeah, he's not happy being scratched. So we'll find someone who's happy being scratched and hopefully get a solid 4th liner or even a prospect in for him. So I would like to get that prospect in for him, or I like to get someone of value in for him. So that's kind of the last trade I think I'm going to make. Because defensively we're solid. As much as I did bring in Mirco Mueller and Cody Stacey last time, and Morrissey. I brought in Morrissey now. I brought in a Shiriot who's going to fill in a better chemistry role, and I think having better chemistry might be better than a better roster. So we'll go with that for now. Bailey, let's see. Minor scoring forward. He'd be happy in the NHL. We'll see if they're interested in that. No, they're not particularly interested. Canucks, who you want? Who you got for us? They're interested in Malone. So maybe we could get like a goalie? Oh, no, Ryan Miller. No, thank you. They're really only... They only have Enstrom and Hutchinson up, which is like, really? Grubauer's got really low trade value. What's his age? Wow, I'm shocked by that actually. I thought he'd be higher by now. We could go all in on Sean Day. They are looking to get rid of him. He's a 72 overall already at 20. But he's only 20 and he's a 72 overall. So it's like one of those, yes, he's a 72 overall at 20, but he's a 72 overall at 20. I think next year I'm going to start working in prospects into the lineup. So that'll be a little bit interesting. I think we might be left a little bit worse off, but we could bring in Schlemko, who wants to be in a top 6 offensive role, so that's why we traded him. It doesn't really work out there. Stewart, 4th line forward, not really interested, but might have more trade value than Malone, but they're not interested in Malone. They're interested in Malone. We could get Zbanek McCulloch. If he's fine being a depth defenseman, which is not, then we can't do that trade. Who can we pick up here? Let's see. Leg one wouldn't be bad. 4th line scoring. We just need someone who's minor scoring. So leg one would be okay. We'll see. Alright, so Malone for leg one. I'll take that. As much as Malone was a key cog to the organization, we'll be okay. But so we're gonna retain our 1st round pick here. As much as I didn't want to, or as much as I was like looking to get rid of Hurdle and stuff, I think we're gonna retain that 1st round pick because there's not really a lot of stuff out there for me to go after. I mean, yes, there's Mirco Mueller who's like really beastly already. I mean, let's just look at how beastly he is, because he is tempting to go after. But the team's doing well. He's an 86 overall, which is he's probably an 80. He's an 85 because of the chemistry. But like, we look at what we can get him in for. It'd be him for like a 1st, like pretty much. That's a pretty solid trade actually. But we would have to clear a defenseman because again, we don't want to send someone down that we don't have to. And Fleury's proving to hold his own. Although if Fleury's happy being sent down, it is worth it in a long-term sense, because we do get a goalie that we're interested in. I know they'll be interested in Fleury. Let's see what he wants to be. He wants to be a depth defenseman, so he'd be fine being scratched, which is good but bad because I want him playing. See, Hurdle's unhappy. That's what I don't get. Hurdle's unhappy, which is really weird. I thought he wouldn't be unhappy. Let's see. So he's best friends with McGinn, Falk, and Wiz. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of him though. His is all performance related, so I think we'll hold on to him. I think we'll hold off on this trade. Oh, that's such a good trade to make, though. He's only 22. That's such a good trade to make. I guess what would we... Who's got years left on their contracts as defensemen? So Morrissey's got 1 year left, which is okay. We can dump him after this year, but I don't think we will, because he's actually pretty solid already. Who's got 1 year left on their contract? 9. Morrissey. So Wiz has two years left. We could trade him in the offseason, really. That might be what we do. We trade him in the offseason. But then we have to get someone. I guess we just send Fleury down and see if he's okay with it. If he's not, we call him back up and keep him scratched. Because this is a very tempting trade. Like, realistically, let's value this first round pick. Let's say best case scenario here, or worst case scenario here. Let's see if there's any like depth guys that they want. No. Worst case scenario with this trade is that we miss out on a first round pick that turns into something greater than an 86 overall defenseman at 22. Best case scenario with this trade, he turns into like an 88 and we have a really stacked defensive core. So I think pick wise to player wise, it's okay. Yeah, because I mean we can measure what the second is, but like let's see what that second's worth. The second's not worth them, so I think we're gonna give up our first this year. I think that's about as fair as I can get it, and we'll see if we can throw in like a like third or fourth from them, and a third. All right, let's just take away the third. Mueller for a first straight up is going to be rejected because they need a defenseman back. So unless we trade Wiz, but Wiz is a righty defenseman, we'd have to trade a lefty. And the only lefty that I would be willing to trade right now is Morrissey. But, oh man, this is a trade that's like stupid not to make. We don't want to get rid of McGinn. We don't want to get rid of Sustra. Oh, I don't want to get rid of so many players, but it's such a good trade to make. I mean, you look at what we're giving up here. We're getting a guy who's a better overall for a first. We'll see if we can squeeze in like a third round pick with this. If we can, then we'll be okay. I think we'll have to try, but no guarantees here. Trade value. Actually, you know what? Let's just go with like a fourth. And trade value year. That's what I want to sort by. Fourth, fifth. So Wiz fourth, fifth for Mueller and a first. All right. So we trade away Wisniewski. Not super happy for Hurdle, but I think we'll be okay because we got a better quality player in. I love Wiz on the team, don't get me wrong, but man, having Mueller come in here is gonna be, well, I mean, we can bump Murphy down to his proper. Actually, that works out really well because we can bump Murphy down to his proper side. So Mueller's gonna get put in here. And I think overall this is a much better decor. Murphy's gonna be in his proper side now. I like this. I like where we sit now because of it. So I think that is all we're going to do. I would have liked to get like one depth forward here. Maybe we toss like a fourth out for like a low pick for. Or we got Leguan. Leguan should be pretty good. We got one position in each, and we have our prospects. So I think we'll be okay as far as depth goes. I think we'll be okay. So there we go. We lost the first round pick. We lost Wisniewski. But in exchange, we got a beast of a defenseman and a fourth. Was it a fourth? Yeah. So I'm fine with that. I think that's a fairly even trade. So let's go ahead and let's sim on. I know Hurdle's not going to be happy. I know we'll have a bunch of like player morale meetings. So let's get the player morale meetings done with here. Hurdle's not going to be happy, so sometimes you gotta make some tough decisions. We know you can bring a lot to the table. It's negative. No, it's not. don't get complacent. We're always evaluating our rosters. Welcome aboard. I think you'll leave both teams happy. And don't let me down. Good. Perfect. Perfect. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll hold a team meeting here. Oh, perfect. We got a good meeting too. That's awesome. Bring up that AHL chem a little bit. I like this. I like where we're sitting right now. So less moves than the last trade deadline, but I think we'll be okay. What's our team chem at? It's at 83, trending upwards, which is good. Because there's at 85 coming into the trade deadline. So let's go ahead and let's sim forward a couple weeks because we're going to have a lot of player morale meetings to go through here. So, Victor Rask for Trennan. What's Trennan like? 21. For a playmaker, I don't think he's much of a playmaker. I think he's like a power play quarterback. So I guess, yeah, playmaker suits him. I don't really want to give up Victor Rask anymore, so. Alright, we are good enough. We're losing a couple games, but you know what? It's going to happen. Let's go ahead and let's scout Russian forwards for 3 weeks. I'm going to be a little bit more loose on my scouting here, just because it'll work. Alright, so player morale. Hurdle. I think this will make us a better team. I know it sucks, but sometimes you gotta make those tough decisions. I think the trade will make us a better team, buddy. Oh, okay. Apparently you don't like me, Fleury. You can go. Well, hopefully we make the playoffs this time because we are on that bubble, so we gotta win. Outlines manually. Do I actually have the goalie in the AHL? I think I have Muse, right? Yeah, I have Muse. Yeah, so Muse will be in. And we want Needles as a starter. Needles is pretty happy, so that's good. It's good he's happy. At least someone's happy. Hurdle! God dang it. Maybe we just give Hurdle some first line minutes right away. We'll see. We will see here. Let's go to edit lines. Because if he's still upset, man. Stal Cole, he's okay being a first line forward. Hurdle's fine being a second line forward, which is a funny thing. Let's switch Johnson and Kucherov here. So he wants to be a first line forward. Kucherov's probably a second line forward, but Bennett wants to be a first line forward, which is kind of going to create a bit of an awkward spot. Actually, we could. This lineup is better this way because we have Chem on all lines. I think we're better off that way anyways. So, hold a team meeting. Like on. We may need to shake up. I'm contemplating some changes. But at least he's willing to speak up about it. Not many thought we would win. And we came through in spades just like I know we would. So only Fleury lost. Hurdle went up, which is good. Fleury's on a bit of a mean streak right now. So, oh well. Our offense is 95 overall, which is pretty insane. So let's sim forward here and let's get to the first round of the playoffs. Hopefully. Gauthier got injured. The GOAT. So that means Peepinen goes up a line. Nemish. Actually, you know what? Do we bump Peepinen up a line? I think we do. Yeah, it's either him. 21, 20, 20. Let's swap Nico Roy with Eriksson Ek for now. Maybe he maybe he can get these guys going a little bit more. And then right with Palmu. We'll see how that works for us. I think we're just gonna put in LaRose right here. Just give us a bit of a grindy line. And we got two-way forward, power forward, sniper, which is actually an alright combination. So let's see some results from the team now. Merkel Mueller with the sprained ankle. See, this is why I went out and acquired a depth defenseman, because now I can go ahead and adjust things around right here, so I can actually get I'm gonna want Fleury in that top line here, so we'll put Fleury up to the top line. Ankle bump Morrissey up, yeah. So we're gonna bump. No, we're gonna swap. No, we're gonna put Chariot in there actually, because he is a defensive defenseman, so he'll have better chemistry here, and he's probably is a lefty shot. I hope he's a lefty shot. Perfect. Perfect. And then Fleury's gonna go here. Cool. Actually, I do want to scratch him for like 2 minutes here, 2 seconds. I'll put Lego on D. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I do actually want I want Morrissey to have the role of the second line defenseman, but I want him to be playing with Suster. So that is why I'm going to do this. And then there we go. Swap them. Perfect. Let's continue on. Hopefully this works out for us a little bit better. Gauthier is available to play. Perfect. We will put him in. Third line? Yeah. The GOAT. There we go. 71 overall, and he's super happy. That's awesome. Keep things rolling along. Hopefully we can. Gustafson's available to play. Nice. Starting lineups, goalies. We will swap Muse out because he's gonna be like somewhat happy, but you're just like really a minor guy, so you don't really matter, Muse. Sorry, buddy. Merkel Mueller's available to play, so that's pretty good. Glad to get him back. Any major bumps? Sam Bennett went up a little bit. So again, Mueller is going to be replaced with Fleury. Yeah. So Mueller is going to be replaced with Fleury. Perfect. And then Chariot. Actually, you know what? No, let's replace. Let's give Mueller the second pairing. No, let's give him the top pairing. Form MPP2. No, that's actually proper. That's proper. And we will give Fleury this role. Perfect. And then we will swap out Chariot for Morrissey. There we go. Good enough combo. This is a really solid defense core. We do have that nice little chemistry balance with everyone here, so that's always solid. Honestly, a happy Hurdle. You're a second line forward. I'll consider some possible changes. I agree. Things seem to be going nicely for us. You just need to stay focused. No, god dang it, Tibu. Oh wait, I wanted to edit AHL. Nope. God, Hurdle, you're just like a wrecking ball right now. So moody. Scouting assignment. Let's do WHL defenseman for 3 weeks. Get them hammered out a little bit here. We're gonna be close to being on the bubble actually right now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, we're okay. Not by much, but we're okay. Johansson 65 points, so that's all right. Not as high as what he was. No, he ended up with, I think, what was he at the trade deadline with? No, he wasn't that good at the trade deadline. Kucherov's doing good, 60 points. That's pretty solid. Dal Cole's doing good. Falk is amazing. Mueller was a good acquisition. Hurdle's just not producing. Like, literally, he's just not producing. I could bump him up a line and like move Dal Cole down, but again, I want Dal Cole playing with Johansson. Like, it's stupid not to. We are a few points up on the Rangers here, so we're pretty solid. We should make the playoffs again. Should. We're 10th in the league too, which is pretty good. So when you're a top 16 team in the league, you're gonna make the playoffs. Well, normally when you're a top 10 in the league, you'll make the playoffs. We could move Dal Cole down a line, I guess. So we could move Dal Cole down a line for like 5 games. So swap these two. Move Dal Cole down a line for a couple games. And see how that clicks. And if Hurdle gets a little bit of a boost, that'll be good for us, and we'll move him back down. As long as Dal Cole doesn't get too much of a downgrade. So we'll give him like, I don't know how many games. We'll give him 3 games. So 1, 2, 3. So let's give Hurdle 3 games here. He produced well for us, which is pretty solid. Alright, let's see how this works. Hey, we're winning. Wow, that actually worked out pretty well. Let's look at manage rosters and view player morale. See if Dal Cole's upset. Dal Cole. He is not upset. That is alright, actually. How many points did he have? Maybe he actually produced better. Yeah, he got a few points. Is Hurdle happier? Hurdle better be happier. We gave you your ice time, buddy. You gotta get happy. Come on. Hurdle's like that one guy that you would think would never be upset. We'll keep it going with this line combo. If he's not too upset. Hey, we qualified for the playoffs. That's good. So, I mean, 5-1 win. We've gained locker room chemistry. Mirko Mueller has been diagnosed with a concussion, which means we're gonna have to. Ooh, he's up to 90. Wow. Do a little bit of a shuffling. So Fleury gets replaced by. So Morrissey gets replaced by Chariot, and he gets swapped with Fleury. Swapped with Fleury. Fleury gets replaced by Morrissey, and then Fleury goes to the top line. Cool. Cool. Pretty easy. All right, let's go ahead and let's check some progression out here because we're almost at the end of the year. Wow, we actually got some pretty good progression heading into the playoffs here. And Mirko Mueller is available to play. Nice. Hey, and our AHL team qualified. That's awesome, man. That's the first team our AHL team's qualified too, so everything's going well. So Fleury's gonna get subbed out here for Mueller. Actually, I think Murphy's still got the top offensive roles. Yeah, Murphy's still got the top offensive roles, so we're gonna swap him out for Mueller. We're gonna swap Fleury out for Murphy. We're gonna move Murphy onto that third pairing, or second pairing. Mueller onto that first. And we're gonna swap Mueller with Fleury, Fleury with Morrissey, and then yeah, that should be solid. Because we want him playing the top minutes, and we want Fleury kind of, or Morrissey getting the second power play units here. So let's go ahead and get Mueller in here, and defensively. Let's go ahead and let's get Morrissey swapped in here, and we will switch their roles a little bit. Let's make sure the penalty kill and stuff's actually it's playoff time. I think we should make sure the special teams are all right. So I'm fine with that, except I honestly would rather have Johnson up there, and rather have Bennett at center, Kucherov. This might be why Hurdle's upset actually. That would make sense. That would make sense why Hurdle's upset. Alright, changing current line. That makes sense. Alright, I can kind of see his complaints now. Maybe do switch TJ with Hurdle then. Lefty shot, lefty, righty. Alright. 2 lefties. Defensively, I like that. I like those pairings for the offensive power play units. So left and right, right and left, that's good. 4-man power play. Doug Cole and Rajo is good. Bennett and Kucherov. Yes, I'm fine with that. Penalty kill. Bennett and McGinn, I like that. I like that a little bit. But I think I want Rajo killing too. As much as it sucks to have him out there all the time. Or do we go with TJ? Maybe we go with TJ. Or Victor Rask. Let's put Victor Rask in a penalty killing role. With Dano on his wing. No, Teravainen on his wing. That's solid. Penalty kill. And then I want Morrissey. Yeah, I want to take Fleury out and put in Morrissey in here. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I want Mueller in, right? Yeah, I want Mueller in. So Morrissey's already in there. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright, that's better. A little bit more balance. 3-man PK. Dano. Instead of Dano, I think I'm going to just go with my best center here is Rajo. No, you know what? We're going to go with... What's its face-offs? Tyler Johnson's got decent face-offs. Victor Rask has more or less same as Johansson. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw... Nah, let's not be stupid. Let's get our best penalty killer in here. Probably, at least. So we'll get Rajo in there. And yeah, we're going to swap out. We'll keep Fleury in the 3-man PK. Anything else? Extras are going to be okay. Kucherov and 4-4 continued. Teravainen and Johnson. Let's get, instead of Teravainen, let's get Hurdle in here. Give Hurdle a little bit more playing time. He's happy now, which is good. So, he's happy, which is good. 3-on-3. Yes, except for Teravainen, where you want Dow Cole. Instead of Teravainen, we're going to want to have Johnson. And I think I'm going to want an extra defenseman, or extra forward here. So instead of Susha, we're going to have Dow Cole. Left wing. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Changing current line. Extra attacker. Those are both correct. Shootout. Yep. Cool. Goalies. Right, goalie combo. Perfect. Alright, so let's sim forward a bit and let's get to the end of the regular season here. Maybe our AHL team will live up to the hype. Who are we facing? Alright, so we're facing Columbus again this year.